The way this trial is going, I wonder if it will end in a mistrial, just like YNW Melly's case.
All he needs is one, and he may have one. I don't want to get into.
Yep, if the defense was able to convince one juror that this man didn't do these things that they say he did, now plant that reasonable doubt. If they got one juror, and if it happens like it's alleged in the YNW Melly case that it was one juror that believed that he didn't do things, and that one juror was able to convince other jurors, and that's what led to the mistrial in YNW Melly's case. Now, in Diddy's case, Diddy got money. Diddy got money, so he's able to have more than one lawyer. When you have more than one lawyer, each of those lawyers have strengths, and they are able to relate to different jurors. So one or two jurors may like the way that Steele crossing examined. Another one may like the way that Shapiro dressed. It's different things. So that's the thing about having all those lawyers. Because I always used to wonder, why these people need all this lawyer for? But all of them have gifts and talents and strengths and abilities that they are able to, that they can use to relate to the judge, relate to the jurors, and different things like that. So I don't know what's going on, because when I first heard about Diddy nodding, I just like the guy was, well, if you watch the sidebar with on Law and Crime, he was saying that, he thought he was intimidating the jurors, and I thought the same thing. But like the court reporter who was there, he said this what was happening in that nod.
He's been accused of intimidating people for the last 4 weeks. Did you see him doing this?
See, I've seen people say that this is about intimidation. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a kind of like high five. It's a kind of a visual high five.
A visual high five. So all that time, how long was he visually high fiving people? So that's what this court reporter, that's how he interprets it. He said it wasn't like he was intimidating the jurors. It was like a visual high five. But the prosecution didn't see this. I don't know if the defense might have seen it, they ain't say nothing. The judge saw what he was doing, and the judge told him, you need to stop. You need to stop this right now. Because if you don't stop, I'm going to kick you out, or I'm going to have to do something. But you need to stop. So, because he saw something in this knot. Whatever connection he was connecting with the jurors or juror, he's connecting. So, that's never a good thing in a trial, that you're trying to put somebody away, and then if you have one, because I don't know how the, in certain states, if you have six older to 12, eight older to 12, 10 older to 12, it'll still go through. But some states, it has to be unanimous. So if New York is like that, maybe I have to look that up. If New York is like that, that's not good. Because if he get one person, he could, you know, persuade one person, manipulate one person, makes one person feel sorry for him. It's a mistrial. It's a mistrial. So I don't know what the prosecution have under their belts. What they have. What smoking gun. They even have a smoking. But he has connected with, supposedly, because we could just, because he might not even connected with, but it did not. It was something that the judge saw. It didn't look good to the judge. The judge had to put a stop to it. So if New York needs a unanimous jury to convict, and supposedly he has connected with a juror or a few other jurors, I mean, it doesn't matter what the prosecution does. It's going to be a mistrial. I wouldn't want it to be a mistrial, because Diddy did a lot of stuff. He did a lot of bad stuff that was not good. Maybe he ended up, when he had changed right up until the time they arrested him. he probably had calmed down, but he still did a lot of bad stuff to people, a lot of wicked stuff to people. So we'll see how this trial continues. Because hit one of his biggest the Jane Doe, that's her baby daddy. You know, you can't be saying who Jane Doe is, but it's crazy. So she's a Jane Doe. Interesting. Anyway, that's all I had to say about this situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.